1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, nice. Look. All right. Welcome. I'm super freaking pumped because this is one of the greatest online educators ever. And I've watched freaking, how many? You got like 77 courses by now, right?
78.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Really?
I don't look a day over 78.
Exactly, right? He's been doing it since he was 73 and he's actually 27. So anyways, amazing True Fire instructor, Congilio. I can't even talk. Too much coffee. Corey Congilio.
You just made it too. Yeah, it's starting to kick in.
But anyways, he does something that I am not. He does a lot of things I'm not good at, but awesome at playing blues stuff, whether it's like sophisticated sounding blues or real chordal stuff. I am so not that guy, so I thought, man, Corey's in town. He is that guy. Let's do a couple of things where you're going to show people how to spice up just rhythm-wise, how to play a 1-4-5.
Sure.
But then in part dos, we'll do some soloing and that kind of stuff too. How do you even start? You know, like obviously this is my level of sophistication when it comes to 1-4-5 blues playing, unless it's like a ZZ Top song.
Right.
Where do you even start? Like what kind of chords, the whole
One
bit?
of the things we talked about was, people get intimidated about once you start doing stuff that's like,
Right.
Because it's a very nebulous region of the guitar that's not very root note centric.
Sure.
So start learning. If you're not comfortable with your notes on the fretboard, that's okay. There's a lot of people that are, and professionals
Me
that
too.
aren't. And if you're doing this,
Right.
well, you have a lot of stuff covered already. You already have a root note and you have a fifth, so you
Yep.
have A and E. Well, if you took an octave, there's A and A.
Yep.
If you have an E, here's E and E.
Yep.
And then if you have an A here, which you already know because you just did that,
Mm-hmm.
then you have A and A, and then you have E and E or A and A. There's ways to find them.
Yep.
The guitar is the easiest instrument to cheat on a lot. Not cheat on like, you know.
Right.
Hey, you cheating on me?
Right,
with the
right,
scratch,"
that's
you know?
right, exactly.
But like as far as
playing the piano.
yeah. Like finding shortcuts, you
Right.
know, and the shortcuts are fine
Yeah.
as long as it gets you from point A to point B.
Sure.
And because look, we want to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but so many people get frustrated because someone has led them down a path that now they're like walking around in the woods.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I know too
Yeah.
much, or I don't know.
Right,
enough. It's
right,
like, Let's
exactly.
just get you there and have fun.
Yep.
Teach you to catch a fish first, and then we'll go back
Yep.
and teach you the technique.
Mhm.
You know.
Right.
So in addition to really kind of knowing where you're going on the guitar, which is so important, if you take that A7 bar chord, that's
Okay.
really common. And,
Yep.
I remember seeing Robin Ford years ago. He would just go,
Yeah.
and he said, if that's not good,
Enough.
then you got a hole in your soul. Like, that's what he said. So what someone showed me once was this thing that he called the kernel chord.
Okay.
Because it really outlined all the four notes of a dominant 7 chord, which
Okay.
are important to kind of start wrapping your ear around those tones. So you have a root, you have a flat 5, you have your third, your major third, and then you have an E. So it's A, G, C sharp, E.
And that seems to be like those chords in particular. It seems to be that's where like the jazz and blues kind of line starts
Exactly.
getting
There's a little more
put together.
sophistication
Yeah.
because the notes what we're able to do if we know those, we can start to seek out inversions.
Yep.
So any combination of those four notes
Sure.
is an inversion. I used to say it doesn't matter what ingredients you put in the soup, it's
Yeah.
still the soup.
Yep.
At
Yeah.
the
For
end
sure.
of the day. And
Yeah.
that's kind of where your soup can start. Now I never play that chord. It's
Yeah.
not comfortable for me. I don't like the way it sounds.
Big chord, right?
But notice what you were doing. You were going.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want to do? I want to get out of your way.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm going to play this
Okay.
or this. So if you play that rhythm again,
yeah.
just on the one chord.
Yeah. Okay, so what are those?
These are all 7th chords.
Yeah, no, but what are the inversions? Break them down real quick.
Okay, so let's do a couple of my favorites.
Okay.
What we'll do is my favorite is just this. Because that is, if you think about it, here's a major chord. It's like I played a major bar chord and I added the 7th there.
Right, and you're basically just taking
that guy off.
Yeah.
And why do I want to do that? Because I want to get out of your way.
Yeah, the bass player too.
And the bass player, of course.
Right.
I always talk about that. Or a left-hand keyboard player.
Yeah.
You don't want all that mud.
Right.
You know,
everybody always forgets keyboard, guys.
Yeah.
Well, who needs keys? Okay, so anyways.
You said it, I did.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll say it for you.
Yeah, okay. Right. So, but that's one of my favorite ones. So it's just, I call it a rootless A7 chord, which a lot of these will be, but the 5th in this case is an E, and it's the lowest note in the chord.
Is it because it's rootless? You can move it around so much.
Well, sure. Yeah. Right. It's so rootless.
It ain't planted like a tree.
So you just go A for me. Go.
Okay. I would like that. Now we're at a strip club.
Now you and I are 2 guitar players, and we've created this cool thing, which is something that so often people say is like, I play with this other guitar player, I don't know what to play.
Right.
Because everybody starts doing that.
Yep.
So this stuff starts to really help.
Yeah.
And then if you noticed, so then we have this other one, which is also coming from here too.
Okay.
So we're just going to play, now we're going to play the flat 7, the C sharp, and the E. So now we have a 3-note chord.
Yeah.
That the root lives there.
Okay.
Right? So it's just that. And if you're not familiar with that, I always say play a D chord and then just move it up a set of strings.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great.
And that's a tough one for folks, because there's no root note in it. There's no A. But I try to make visual, sort of guides where I'm like, okay, well here's the A.
Yeah.
So I can just kind of look down.
The same
and see
fret.
Flat 7. Same fret.
Right.
Dude, if you're in the early stages of playing this stuff, like I look for those things all the time. I mean, I'm playing on stages where I have to hit a pedal and I have to run to a catwalk to play a solo.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the dots.
Yeah.
I ain't too proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, go ahead if you people that play classical guitar, like, go ahead and put tape on it, friends.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
I
whatever
know,
it takes to make music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So that's a great one too. So then what happened was, I don't know if you noticed it, but if we go back and listen to what we just played, you'll notice that when you're going, I'm making little melodies now. I'm going 2, 3. Now it's horn parts.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's like. Ba, 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 do, do, do,
yep.
Do, 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 ba, ba, ba.
Break that down real quick so people see you doing
So
that.
what I'm doing is I'm playing that.
So you're just literally dropping it down.
I'm just going to half step.
Yep,
that.
in the back.
I don't want to talk about the tritone substitutions and all that, but.
Good, me neither. I mean, you're literally, because you're resolving back into what the ear is used to, so you can almost go either direction as long as you're coming back to. Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm trying to say is,
how good he is at that stuff. All right.
I'm creating little melodies.
Yep.
On all these little inversions.
Yeah.
And like what I just did there is.
Right.
And that's the classic sort of walk up chromatically. Sure.
That's really cool.
So imagine that's our A7 chord now, and in this case, an A is on the 4th string.
Yep.
So it's something that's you can definable. You can see it as an A. But I just went.
Yeah.
So if you start the blues, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And so you're looking for the root of the D chord.
So what a lot of my students and people that would contact me online, they say, "Man, I just want to play by myself."
Yeah.
And I want to sound like what you just did.
Yeah.
So what I could do is, if you would let me indulge.
Yeah, do it.
I could just play.
That's what you're here for.
So I can go. Maybe play like a D9. D7 bar, A7, E7 bar. There's our 4 chord. So those little chord shapes now
Yeah.
went into your lead playing.
Yep.
And that's stuff where I used to hear like Wes Montgomery,
Yeah.
Kenny Burrell, or one of those kinds of guys.
freaking
And then
good.
you put it into your playing.
Yeah.
And then when you hear, one of the Robin types,
Yeah.
that's going 3, 4.
Yeah.
Whatever, I lost track of that. But
Right.
No
That was awesome.
disrespect
So
to
it
Rob,
becomes
but
like
it becomes
jazz, blues, funk.
exactly.
Yeah, which is amazing. Okay, so wait. When you kind of broke down the one chord a little bit. What are a couple other options they can do for like the 4 and the 5?
Sure, of course. So lots of folks. I always start with the bar chords.
Yep.
Okay. That's a good one. If we played acoustic guitar or something, we've played probably an A7 like this, which essentially is what I just played here
Yeah.
with a finger behind it. But then lots of times you'll do the Stevie Ray Vaughan one.
Yeah.
There's no reason you can't move that here.
Keep them that way.
Yeah,
too.
of course. Well, I wanted to just so you can validate.
I'm gonna edit it, so I'll see it.
Oh, okay. So then there's D7 here, E7 there.
Oh, okay.
Because we did it here. So don't be afraid to move your open chord shapes that you learned from acoustic guitar around.
Yep.
So that's a cool one.
Your
So
little
you have
movable
that.
capo.
So, and again, what I've done with some of the courses I've developed is that I'm going to kind of try to build on what I think you already know.
Yeah.
If people are playing, that A7 chord,
Yeah.
I want to show you connect the other dots.
Yeah.
And that's a really fun one.
Yeah.
Because that's a good sounding chord because
Yeah.
it's got the flat 7 on top.
Sure.
And it's just an A triad
Yep.
right there. And then when you go here, it's for D and E on the 9th fret.
Okay, cool.
And then of course you have your bar chord here.
Yep.
So let's think of another one that's really fun. Well, what you can do is, since you probably played a C chord in your life and you played a C7,
Okay.
you can just move that baby
Yeah,
up
right.
there, D7, E7,
Okay.
and just make sure that you're muting the 6th and 1st strings.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
again,
cool.
like that's something I would always see players like Robin and so forth do is. Now there's your new shape. There's your new shape. And you can put that in. It's all about those top notes moving around, creating new melodies.
Well, and it sounds, it's not really that much more difficult, but it sounds so much cooler at the end of the day. Because, like, if you go to a blues bar and you're in your freaking 45th round of a blues jam and everybody's playing that same
and
1, 4, 5.
three people are going dun
oh
dun
my
dun,
God.
dun dun
Right.
dun dun dun.
So, yeah, do yourself a favor. Right.
Yeah.
Learn some of these chords. So what we're
Yeah.
going to do is take this next, kind of way of thinking about expanding your blues playing, and we're gonna have you do it with a little bit of lead playing too.
Sure.
But you kind of did it there too. You were playing your own rhythm section at the same time.
Exactly, and you're using that stuff as new vocabulary for your lead playing.
I need new vocabulary really bad. I know about 12 words.
My girlfriend's got a way better vocabulary than me, so I learn.
Right.
I need more of the grammar.
Yes, exactly.
I'll help you with others.
Right. I got the one punctuation thing down, but
right.
I need a lot of help. Awesome, dude. Well, thank you for the rhythm, and then like I said, join us for round 2. I'll put a lead section 2 after this one as well. Leave some comments in the section because I'm going back out to Nashville. Corey's another Nashville cat. And
spread love. It's the Nashville way.
That's right.
I wore the shirt and everything.
I'm going to be there. So ask questions in the comment section. Maybe he can chime in. I'll chime in. But I'm going to be there again is my point. So I'll be able to ask him some more questions. Awesome. Don't forget to check out Corey's stuff below. I'm going to leave some of his links below. You got Insta. We got 1,000 courses. So where do you want people to find you?
You can find me. If you go to my website, you'll find links for everything. You can find my courses there. You can find my social media there.
Oh,
of course,
perfect.
you can link to my channel.
Is it just
from
your name?
there too? It's my name, CoreyCongilio.com.
I'll put it down. What'd you call me?
It's got the whole mustache thing going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll put all the stuff
You'll see
down
it.
in the description box below, so check it out.